I told Teresa, I said, I want to start a bike now. She said, what do you mean? I said, I want to start a bike now. So we decided to do bike night, and me and some members and Scott Shields. And we done our first bike night in 06. And we just had 3 or 4 motorcycles. And we got barbecue. We sold $1,200 worth of barbecue that night. And then it just started from there, and it started going. And it worked up. We've done bike street now for 16 years. And we raised money for funerals, people with cancer. I mean, it just anything. And I always give 100% of it back. Never kept none for myself. And the hard part about it was trying to, and Teresa would take the week before, 2 weeks before, I was in a tizzy because I like to plan ahead. I was trying to get all the food up and everything. And so we've done that for years, but every bike night, we saluted our veterans. We said prayer, and we sang the national anthem, and we stopped traffic on Main Street. Every bike night. We was doing it 2 nights a week, 2 nights a month, every 2 Thursday nights a month, and we've done that for years. One bike and cruise night. His little boy had cancer. His name was Logan. Lane. We done a bike night for him. We raised over $15,000 at one night. You could not get up and down Main Street. We had so many people on motorcycles there. We always had a live band. If we didn't have a live band, we had sound. But here's my theology to working with the public. I've worked with the public since I was 13 years old. You got to treat people like people. You got to treat them with respect. And one thing that's real important, you got to treat them like you've known them all your life. And that's what works. And you always speak. I tell you, everything changes over the years. Weaverville has really changed over the years. It's, when I moved on Main Street in 04, from a red light, and Doug, quote me if I'm wrong, from a red light to the red light where Twisted is, there was only 2 eating establishments, right? And that was Sunnyside Grill and the drugstore. Now you got 4 breweries and 3 or 4 restaurants. And it's totally different. Traffic, terrible. I used to work on the prison vehicles down in Creighton, and Mr. King let me make a road behind my shop where I could bring in buses and vans around. And but I tell you what, when these people see a van or a prison bus pull out in front of them, they'll stop. They sure will. But now, when they was paving, when they paved Main Street, they had 2 manholes up front of the shop. Somebody from is either New York or Michigan come down Main Street, just hauling them out, and it was just nothing. I mean, it was just where they scraped it, they hadn't paved it yet. She hit that manhole cover with that Audi, and that tire just exploded. It sounded like a dope bra shot. I don't know. It ruined the wheel, ruined everything. And she said, I'm going to sue the city of Weaverville, town of Weaverville. I said, no, you're not. She said, I'm going to sue the town. I said, you can't. That's a state-owned road. It's DOT. And I said, this is work in progress, so you're the one that's messed up. And I helped her all I could. I found her wheel and tire. But every time she went, and I never seen her back on that road till after they paved it. Now, I used to go to Wellbred and get coffee in the morning. So these people would come in over there and get them coffee in the morning. I called them Yankees. They wasn't from around here. But anyway, I was over standing in line one morning. There's 2 or 3 people there. I noticed this couple kept looking at these cinnamon buns. It's big. And I noticed that lady kept looking at me. I said, boy, look good, doesn't it? She said, yeah. I said, you know what them are, don't you? She said, no, what? I said, I'll tell you what, this place has got cow pasture. The cows in it. And I said, they go out there and let them get them dried up cow pads. Bring them in, clean them up, fill them full of that stuff, and then they put icing on top of it. She didn't buy one. Yeah, oh, trading in my Harley. Got me a jackass now. Bought me a mule. But no, that mule's a whole lot safer than Harley is. And, but I had a 400cc one, and it wasn't fast enough. So I traded it in and got a big one, so it's road legal. So if you hear a jackass going down the road, it's me. You ever had a truck fall on you? Well, I had several. When Butch had his record service, I had a 4-wheel drive Silverado diesel working on it, and had it up on the lift. And I brought my racks from my first shop that I bought in '99, and they're still in the shop. And I was working on the truck, and cable broke. And luckily, I had kicked the safety on, and it come down in that. Yeah. I about had to clean biscuits out of my britches. I was working on my brother-in-law's mama's little car, Ford Festiva. And I raised the hood on it. Raised the hood up on it. Set the racks on it, put it up, dropped the oil field right down, and I looked over around the strut there. There's an 8-foot black snake in there. And I thought, holy crap. So anyway, that thing did not move, and then buddy of mine was there, and we took it over next to the barber shop, and we got a hold of that snake, and we never pulled that thing out of it. And when a black snake's in trouble water, it'll give off scent, and we finally got, and that thing was over 8 feet long. But and I had a couple around the side there where that was. But the most fun I had was over Jonathan next door. It says me, Jonathan, Woody Bolger, and Bishop had the furniture store in there. I think we was on Forest local at the time. So Jonathan David, he cut everybody's hair. He used to cut my hair when I was a kid. So my brother-in-law would come down, and he'd run over a timber rattlesnake. That thing is that big around. And he killed it, and he had it on his truck, and he said, Rod, you want this thing? I said, I know exactly what to do with it. So if you see Jonathan, you can tell him this. I took that snake, put it in his driveway around back. I couldn't tell you how many times we run over that snake trying to kill it. He's already real. All right, I'm done. Thank y'all so very much. Thank you.